Make the ground shake.
Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Gummy, and today we are here with another statue tutorial, continuing with the Suicide Squad theme. Today we are doing Katana. So, if you're not aware, Suicide Squad being the recent DC film which just came out in the UK, in fact it came out today as of the time of recording this video. I'm actually going to go see it today in IMAX. And if you want like a mini review, well, not really a review, but like a feedback on my opinion, then definitely drop me a follow on Twitter at GummyBearGames, and I'll be tweeting out about it a bit, probably trying to not spoil it because that's kind of a not cool move. But anyways, with that little plug out the way, we'll now start the tutorial. So, Katana. The blocks you're going to need: black wool, block of coal, yellow wool, red stained clay, grey wool, white stained clay, light grey stained clay, stone, cyan stained clay, black stained clay, light grey wool, snow, and stone slabs. Now I want to address something that's been concerning a few of you guys. I say a few, it's a small minority in the Suicide Squad videos. A lot of you have been complaining about the likeliness. Now, I want to point out two things, and it's not really me ranting, and it's not me being like defensive, but it's me kind of like raising a counter argument to your point. A lot of you saying that it looks nothing like the character. So I want to raise the point number one, that building skins that look like people is very difficult. You don't believe me? Give it a try and see how well it goes. It might go well, it might not. It's very difficult to, I guess, make it detailed, make it look interesting, whilst making it resemble the character. Now, I personally was quite proud of the Joker statue, and quite proud of the Harley Quinn statue that I designed. I also designed this one and a Deadshot statue. I'll be doing Deadshot at some point next week, but it kind of like, not annoyed me, but it kind of like disheartened me a bit, seeing all the negative feedback on them, because I did spend a hell of a lot of time on the designs. I didn't actually get like any feedback of how I could improve it. It was all just negative. So if you do have any constructive criticism, that would be great. I really do appreciate constructive criticism, but general criticism and just like trolling and being nasty really isn't valuable. And I've got to a point now where I just block anyone who does, because it was starting to get a bit frustrating. But with that little rant out the way, as I said, we're now going to get into the actual tutorial, because I don't want to waste like 10 minutes talking about the previous ones. If you haven't checked them out already, by the way, links in the description, please do check them out. Again, I do think they're decent builds. Some people disagree, but they didn't really give any reasons why. So hey, anyways, let's start building. So we're going to start off by building the legs. The legs are 12 tall and 8 wide. Now, it's majority of black wool and coal. However, there is a few details such as yellow stripe, and then we're going to start blending it into the body a bit. So we're going to find a nice open area. As you can see here, this is perfect. And we're going to place 8 black wool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 black wool. And that is the first layer. Again, there's 12 layers in total, each layer being 8 wide, and that is the first one complete. So the second layer is 3 coal, 2 black wool, and 3 coal. The third layer is 2 coal, 4 black wool, 2 coal. Again, that is the third layer. The fourth layer is 1 coal, 2 black wool, 2 coal, 2 black wool, 1 coal. And I'm going to keep on like backing up a bit, just so you can pause if you need to. Please, 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 please do not hesitate to hit the pause button whenever you feel is necessary. Again, bear in mind each layer is 8 thick. Apologies, I just punched my microphone. And currently it's 4 tall. So the fifth layer is 2 black wool, 4 coal, and 2 black wool. The sixth layer is 1 black wool, 1 coal, 4 black wool, coal, 1 black wool. The next layer is 1 coal, 2 black wool, 2 coal, 1 coal, 3 black wool, and 1 coal. I don't know why I said 2 there. So it's coal, 2 black wool, 1 coal, 3 black wool, 1 coal. The next layer is 4 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool, 1 yellow wool, 1 black wool. Again, I'm going to back up a bit just in case you need to pause. That is the 8th layer. The 9th layer is 1 black wool, 1 coal, 2 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool, 1 yellow wool, and 1 black wool. The next layer, the 10th layer, is 1 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool, 2 coal, 1 black wool, 1 yellow, 1 black. Again, that was the 10th layer. Currently 10 tall, 8 wide. The 11th layer, second to last layer, is 1 coal, 2 black wool, 1 coal, 3 black wool, and 1 grey wool. Now this is where things might throw you off a tiny bit, and this is because the final layer of the build, or the final layer of the leg should I say, is actually kind of starting off with the body. So we're going to place 1 red stained clay, 3 red wool, 1 clay, 1 red wool, 1 grey wool, and 1 red wool. Now the reason why we're doing this is because her, like, I guess it's not really her shirt, but her jackets and her clothes she's wearing on her upper body actually droops down a bit lower. So that's why we're having it so that it kind of covers up the, like, top of the legs. So it's going to be drooping down over the top of the legs. So theoretically, you could make it 3D if you wanted to, but I played around with it a bit and it doesn't look that great if you do, so I recommend keeping it 2D. But with that said, that is 12 tall and 8 wide, and that is our legs, or at least the front of the legs. Again, feel free to pause if you need to. I will come back later on and do a more specific, in-depth kind of spin around / pause time. But again, it's always good to stay in the loop, I guess, and stay up to date and prevent any issues further down the line. So again, with that said, that is the legs complete, and we're now going to start working on the body. So the body is 12 tall and 8 wide. For the first layer, which is technically the second layer of the red, is 2 red stained clay, 1 red wool, 1 stained clay, 1 red wool, 1 stained clay, 1 red wool, and 1 grey wool. So again, that is the first layer of the body. What we're going to do from here is on the left side, we're going to go 2 to the left using coal, and then 2 black wool. And we're going to do the exact same on the right side. So we head over to the right side now, and on next to this grey wool, we're going to go 2 to the right using coal, and then 2 black wool. Now, essentially, what we're doing here is marking out where the hands start. It basically means we can come back later on in the video and start building the arms straight away. But for now, we're going to continue working on the body. We're going to ignore that they're even there. It's just a marker for later on to make our life a bit easier. So, with that said, we're now going to continue with the body. So again, the first layer is 2 red stained clay, 1 red wool, 1 stained clay, 1 wool, 1 clay, 1 wool, 1 grey wool. The second layer is 2 white stained clay, 1 light grey, 2 white, 1 light grey, 2 white. So this is kind of like her stomach region, which is actually exposed, hence the skin tone. So, the next layer, which is the third layer, is 1 black wool, 1 white stained clay, 1 light grey stained clay, 2 white, 1 light grey, 1 white, and 1 black wool. The next layer is 1 black wool, 1 light grey stained clay, 4 white stained clay, 1 light grey stained clay, 1 black wool. The next layer, which is the fifth layer, is 1 black wool, 1 white, 4 white stained clay, 1 white wool, 1 black wool. Again, feel free to pause whenever you feel is a good time for you. The next 2 layers, so the next 2 layers are the exact same, is 1 black wool, 6 white wool, and 1 black wool. And we do that again, so black wool, 6 white wool, and 1 black wool. Again, currently should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tall. The 8th layer, again very, very similar, is 1 black wool, 1 coal, 4 white, 1 coal, 1 black wool. Just backing up a bit. The next layer, which is the 9th layer, is 1 coal, 6 white wool, and 1 coal. The next layer is 2 black wool, 4 white, 2 black, and that is the 10th layer. 2 layers remaining. The 11th layer, this is where we're kind of getting into the neck region, is 2 black wool, 4 white stained clay, 2 black wool. And the final layer, the 12th layer, is 1 black wool, 2 coal, 2 white stained clay, 2 coal, and 1 black wool. Now I'm going to get rid of my arm here, and we're going to do a little pause-a-rooney opportunity. So, that is 12 tall, 8 wide, and in total now you should have a rectangle which is 24 tall and 8 blocks wide. Now there's two ways you can check that. You can either go up the side and count 1 to 24, or you can grab yourselves a map. If you're on PC, just press F3, works just as good. Go to floor level, you'll see your Y coordinate changes. If I go up, it goes up. If I go down, it goes down. My floor coordinate is 5. Yours may not be. Please, please, please do check to make sure that yours is indeed 5. If it's not, then factor in the difference. So for example, if I say mine is Y5 and yours is Y10, yours is going to be 5 different to mine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 24 onto 5. Now my great math skills tells me that that is in fact 29. So if I fly up here, the top of the statue should be in fact at Y29. As you can see here, just to prove I'm not cheating, I'm standing on it, not flying. That is indeed Y29, which means I'm 24 blocks off the floor. Again, factor in, if your Y coordinate is say 10, as I said earlier, you're looking for 5 on top of what I got. So instead of 29, you'd be looking for 34. So again, apply that to your Y coordinate. On PC, again, just press F3, and on console, you're going to have to use a map, unfortunately, because there is no F3 key. But with that said, that is the body complete. Again, it kind of like screws with your mind a bit, because this top layer of the legs is technically the first layer of the body, although it's not at the same time. This is the official first layer of the body, the one in line with the arms. Talking of the arms, that is what we're going to build now. So again, one last opportunity for now to pause if you want, and we're now going to start working on the left arm. So the arms start on the 13th layer of the build. If you haven't already marked out, you come to the 13th layer, you go 4 to the left, 4 to the right. We're going to start on the left arm first. So the row we already have, again on the 13th layer, is from left to right, 2 black wool, 2 coal. Now the arms are 12 tall, 4 wide, that is the first layer complete. The second layer is 1 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool, 1 coal. The next 3 layers is 4 white stained clay. So again, that's her arm. The next layer is 1 coal, 2 black wool, 1 coal, and this is again getting into her sleeve. The next layer is 2 coal, 1 black wool, 1 coal. The next layer is 2 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool. The next 2 layers is 4 white wool, and this is going to be her armband. She indeed does have a Japanese like armband on each side. And the final 2 layers, the first one, the 11th layer, is 2 black wool, 1 coal, 1 red wool, and the final layer is 1 black wool, 1 coal, 1 red wool, and 1 red stained clay. And it looks like this. Again, that is 12 tall and 4 wide, and this would be a good opportunity to pause if you want to. Now, one thing I want to say is the other side is the exact same, just mirrored. So if you do want to skip ahead, be a Speedy Gonzalez and just flip it over, then you're more than welcome to do so. However, I will go over it nevertheless for all those people that, I guess, want the explanation. So, again, that is the left arm, and we're now going to transition over to the right arm and do the exact same. So, same as the left arm, we come to the 13th layer of the build. We go 4 blocks to the right, and the first layer from left to right is 2 coal, 2 black wool. The second layer is 1 coal, 1 black wool, 1 coal, and 1 black wool. The next 3 layers is 4 white stained clay, so it currently should be 5 blocks tall. The 6th layer is 1 coal, 2 black wool, 1 coal. The 7th layer is 1 coal, 1 black wool, 2 coal. The 8th layer is 1 black wool, 1 coal, 2 black wool. Then we have our 2 layers of white for the Japanese flag armband. And then the final 2 layers is 1 red, 1 coal, 2 black. And the 12th and final layer being 1 red stained clay, 1 red wool, 1 block of coal, and 1 black wool. And as you can see, it is the exact same as the left arm, just flipped over so that what you see on the left side of the left arm is on the right side of the right arm. Hopefully that makes sense, but as you can see here, that is the front of each arm. They are both 12 tall, 4 wide, front of the body 12 tall, 8 wide, and then of course front of the legs 12 tall, 8 wide again. So with that said, now what we're going to do is move on to actually working on the sides of the build. As you can see, it's looking really nice, but it's actually like flat and 2D right now. We're going to start working on sides and making it look a bit more statue-like, I guess you can say. So, let me get my arm back. Let me just find it real quick. There we go. And we're going to come to the bottom left corner, to this black wall right here. we're going to come around to the left side and expand backwards 1, 2, 3. Again, 1, 2, 3 using black wool, and that is the side of the leg, or at least the template of the side of the leg. So the side of the leg is 12 tall, 4 wide, however this is the 4th row right here, which means we're only placing 1, 2, 3 blocks on each row, and it will equal 4 in total because this is our 4th row already built. So hopefully you understand that. Again, 12 by 4, 4th row already done, we're only placing 3 blocks on each row. So starting at the bottom left corner, the first row is 3 black wool, as you may have already done. The second layer is 3 coal. The third layer is 2 coal, 1 black wool. The next layer is 1 coal, 2 black wool. The 5th layer is 3 black wool. The 6th layer is 1 coal, 1 black wool, 1 coal. The next layer is 3 black wool. The layer after that is 2 coal, 1 black wool. The next layer is 1 coal, 2 black wool, and then the same for the next one. So 1 coal, 2 black wool. The final layer, or second final layer should I say, again exact same, 1 coal, 2 black wool. And then the actual final layer, the 12th layer is 2 red wool and 1 red stained clay. Now what you can also do is from this top right corner here, go down diagonal, punch one out and just replace it with coal. Probably should have done that in the first place, but I guess it's just easier to punch it out afterwards. So that's what it looks like. It is 12 tall and 4 wide, and from a side angle looks like this. Now the other side again is very similar. However, there's a few details that are kind of changed in the sense that she has like her holder for her samurai sword on that side, and yeah, it's basically there's going to be a few differences. So you can skip ahead, but then there's going to be a few differences at the top which you might miss out on. So again, final look at this side here, and we're now going to transfer over to the right side. So same applies for the right side. It's 12 by 4, 12 tall, 4 wide. However, 4th row already done. So what we're going to do is expand 1, 2, 3 to the right using black wool, and that will give you a 12 by 4 L, so 12 tall, 4 wide. The second layer is 3 coal. So again, this is from left to right. The third layer is 1 black wool and 2 coal. The 4th layer is 2 black wool and 1 coal. So far, very similar. The next layer is 3 black wool. Then we have 1 coal, 1 black wool, 1 coal. So again, so far identical. The next layer is 3 black wool. The next layer is 1 black wool and 2 coal. Again, I keep on backing up just so you can pause if you need to. The next layer is 2 black wool, 1 coal. And this is where things start to change up a bit. So the 10th layer is 1 coal. This is where we need to like manage our inventories nicely. 1 stone and 1 grey wool. The 11th layer is 1 light grey wool, 1 grey wool, and 1 coal. And the 12th layer and final layer is 1 grey wool, 1 stone, and 1 red wool. And that is again 12 by 4. As you can see, the slight difference is at top part, the final 3 layers. So basically layer 10, 11, and 12. That's the only differences, but again, it's small differences and could really mess things up if you don't follow it. So again, from a side angle, looks like this. And now what we can do is move on to the side of the arms. But what we're going to do first is come around to the rear of the statue and do the base plates for the hands. So what I mean by the base plates for the hands is we're going to come to the bottom of the hands on each side, this first layer of 2 black wool and 1 coal, and we're going to extend it backwards 1, 2, 3 all the way across using black wool. And if you do it correctly, if you come below, it'll be a 4 by 4 square, as you can see here. And we're going to do the exact same for the other side now. So we bring it back 1, 2, 3 all the way across on both sides, and again 4 by 4 square. So what that gives us, if you come around to the side now, is a little like base of the hands, and then the first layer already done. So again, same logic applies for the side of the arms as it does the side of the legs. It is 12 tall, 4 wide, however the 4th row is already done, so we're only placing 3 blocks on each row. So again, this is relatively easy, but do pay attention. I'll give you guys multiple opportunities to pause, catch up, do what you want to do, but let's start building. So the first layer, what we're going to do is punch out the second and third block and instantly replace it with coal. From left to right, the second layer is 1 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool. The next 3 layers is white stained clay, so the next 3 layers is 3 white stained clay. The next layer is 1 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool. The next layer is 3 black wool. After that, we do 1 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool. So that is the 8th layer. For the 9th and 10th layer, we're going to do 1 white and 2 red wool. And again, for the 10th layer, 1 white and 2 red wool. And that's going to be our little Japanese, like, I guess, armbands. And for the final 2 layers, the 11th layer is 1 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool. And the 12th and final layer is 2 coal and 1 black wool. And it looks like this. Again, 12 tool for wide and from the side angle like this. So as you can see, I've kind of carried over the detail onto the side arms, which is something I don't commonly do because it makes it look a bit clustered, but I think in this, it makes it look a lot better because she's wearing like a black jacket. It would be very plain if we didn't apply detail to the sides, and I really do like the armbands, but again, that might be me being biased, so let me know down in the comments below. So, other side, exact same. If you want to skip ahead, feel free, but I'm going to go around there nevertheless and talk you guys through it. So, coming around to the right side, again 12x4, this time it looks like an L rather than a backwards L. 4th layer already here. So we're going to start off on the first layer, we're going to come to the 2nd and 3rd block and instantly replace with coal. The 2nd layer is 1 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool. We then have 3 layers of white stained clay. The next layer is 1 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool. The layer after that is 3 black wool. And the layer after that is 1 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool. The 9th and 10th layer, again, same as the other side, is 2 red and 1 white. And same for the 10th layer, 2 red, 1 white. And that is the Japanese armband. And the final 2 layers, the 11th layer is 1 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black. And the final layer is 1 black wool and 2 coal. Again, 12 tool for wide and from the side angle. So if I back up a bit, you can see what it should be looking like so far. You can see it's really starting to take shape, and I might be biased, but I really do like this design. So, as you can see, really starting to come together, really starting to take shape. However, if you come around to the rear side, you see it is all a bit of a mess, and that's what we're going to work on finishing up now. So, we're going to start on the back of the legs. Now, the back of the legs, again, is 12 tall, 8 wide. However, row here plus row here equals 2, which means you're only placing 6 blocks on each row because my amazing math skills, again, tells me that 6 plus 2 equals 8. Damn, I'm so good at maths. Anyways, the first layer is 6 black wool. So again, 6 black wool. It will join the 2 sides, this side and this side, and will give you an 8 wide stretch. The second layer is 2 coal, 2 black wool, 2 coal. The third layer is 2 black wool, 2 coal, 2 black wool. The fourth layer is 1 black wool, 1 coal, 2 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool. The fifth layer is 2 coal, 2 black wool, 2 coal. Gives you kind of almost like a smiley face, like you've got the eyes here, and then the nose here, and then like the little whiskers here. It's like the, it reminds me kind of the Cheshire Cat from Alice in Wonderland, if that rings any bells for you guys. Again, that might be me just like having weird visions and picturing stuff, but that's kind of what that reminds me of. The next layer is 1 black wool, 1 red wool, 2 black wool, 1 red wool, 1 black wool. And again, this is kind of where we've got the red draping down onto the back of the legs. So the next layer is 1 red wool, 1 black wool, 2 coal, 1 black wool, 1 red. The next layer is 1 red wool, 1 red stained clay, 2 black wool, 2 red wool. Again, if you're like all about symmetry, you could have a red stained clay here, but it would kind of mess up the pattern a bit, so don't really recommend it. But again, if OCD is like driving you mad, feel free. The next layer is 1 black wool, one red wool, one coal, one coal again, one red stained clay, and one black wool. The next layer is one red stained clay, one red wool, one coal, one black wool, two red wool. And something you could actually do here, which looks kind of cool, is if you punch out this one and just replace it with black and just have the 2 coal rather than 3, it gives you like a crisscross pattern, which looks kind of neat. Again, open for whichever one you like better. The 11th layer, the second to last layer, is 1 red wool, 4 black wool, and 1 red stained clay. Again, that's what it looks like so far. And the 12th and final layer for now is 1 red stained clay, 3 red wool, 1 red stained clay, and 1 red wool. Now if I get rid of my arm, you'll see that that is indeed 12 tall and 8 wide, and that is the back of the legs. Apologies if my voice seems like it's going a bit croaky. I don't know why. It always does this, I swear. Like after like the 20-minute mark of the video, my voice decides that it's going to give up with life. So anyways, with that said, we're now going to move on to the rear of the body. So again, same logic applies, 12 by 8. We're going to be doing 12 layers of 8. So, the first layer is 1 grey wool, 2 red stained clay, 3 red wool, and 2 red stained clay. And again, that should link up the left arm and the right arm of what we already have built. The next layer is 2 white stained clay, 1 red wool, 2 white stained clay, 2 red wool, 1 white stained clay. Again, this is kind of where, like, you can see through her shirt a tiny bit at the bottom. The next layer is 1 block of coal, 1 red wool, 1 red stained clay, 2 white stained clay, 1 red stained clay, 1 red wool, and 1 block of coal. The next layer is 1 black wool, 1 red wool, 1 black wool, 2 coal, 2 red wool, 1 coal. The next layer is 1 coal, 1 red wool, 1 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool, 1 coal, 1 red stained clay, and 1 black wool. Again, that is 5 tall and 8 wide. The 6th layer is 1 black wool, 1 red stained clay, 1 red wool, 2 black wool, 1 red wool, 1 block of coal, and 1 black wool. The next layer is 1 black wool, 1 block of coal, 1 red stained clay, 2 coal, 1 red stained clay, and 2 black wool. Again, just backing up so you can pause if you want to. The next layer is 1 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool, 1 red wool, 1 red stained clay, 2 coal, and 1 black wool. And now that from this red wool here and red stained clay, we're going to kind of like arch out to the left and to the right to hook up to the shoulders. And again, this is kind of like the sheeshes that she has going over her shoulders. So, from this red wool here, and this is going to be like a variation, normally I do it layer by layer, we're going to go up one and to the right one. It gives you like a 2x2 square of red. We're going to go 1 to the left using red stained clay and 2 to the right. Now, theoretically, you could just go 2 to the left as well. It's up to you. Again, if you have OCD, I would suggest probably going 2 to the left. From the left side, we're going to go up 1 using red wool, 1 to the left using red stained clay, up to the left 1 and up 1 using red wool. And on the right side, we're going to place 2 red wool on top of the red stained clay. We go 1 to the right using red stained clay and up 1 using red wool. Again, it's up to you. It kind of looks cool if you put a red stained clay right there, alternatively a red wool. It just makes it look a bit more, I guess, even. So, underneath each side, you can see we've got a 1 block gap. We're simply just going to place 1 black wool. And in the middle, we're also going to place 2 black wool, like so. In between this gap here, we're going to place 1 black wool, 2 coal, 1 black wool, and 2 coal. And the final layer is 1 coal, 1 black wool, 1 coal, 4 black wool, and 1 coal. Now I'm going to zoom out a little and give you guys an opportunity to pause once I can actually place the blocks, that is. So, let me get rid of my arm. One thing to point out, which you could do on the rear side of this body, is you could in fact make the red stained clay and the red wool 3D, because essentially it is like, I guess not really sword holders, but it's like straps going over her jacket. So logically it could be 3D. Again, aesthetically I guess it looks cooler, but personally I like it 2D. I don't know why, I just do. So again, that is 12 tall, 8 wide. I appreciate it's kind of difficult to see because you can see the back of the front side blending in. So what I'm going to do now is just like completely ignore that, not offer any solution, and just say, let's build the back of the arms and then it will be perfect. So that sounds like a bit of a compromise. So starting on the back of the right arm, in this case our left arm, we're going to come to the first layer and to the second block from left and replace it with coal. Again, the back of the arms is 12 by 4. This is the fourth block already done, and that is the first row, so we're placing 11 rows of 3. The second layer from left to right is 2 coal, 1 black wool. The next 3 layers is white stained clay, so that's currently 5 tall. The next layer is 1 black wool, 2 coal. Then we have 1 coal, 1 black wool, 1 coal. And then the next layer is 2 black wool, 1 coal. For the back of the armbands, it's 2 layers of 3 white wool. And the final 2 layers, kind of continue with the red. We place 1 black wool, 1 coal, 1 red wool. And for the final layer, we place 1 coal and 2 red wool. And that is the back of the arm. Again, that is 12 by 4. The other side is the exact same, again mirrored, if you want to copy it over. But again, I'll talk you guys through it nevertheless. So the back of the left arm, in this case our right arm, come to the first layer again. Third block from left, we place 1 coal. Second layer, we place 1 black wool, 2 coal. We then have 3 layers of white stained clay. The 6th layer is 2 coal, 1 black wool. The 7th layer is 1 coal, black wool, coal. The next layer is 1 black wool. 1 coal, 2 black wool. The next 2 layers is 3 white wool. And then the final 2 layers is 1 red, 1 coal, 1 black. And the 12th layer being 2 red wool and 1 coal. And that is the back of the statue complete. So let me get rid of my arm. As you can see here, that is what it looks like. Again, if you want to pause, I will be doing a proper in-depth spin around in a second. So the final side of the body before we can officially move on to the head is of course the shoulders. So if we come to the front side, we come to the left corner first. In between these 2 coal here, we're going to place 2 black wool. In between the 2 red wool next to that, we're going to place 2 red wool, and same for the next one. That gives you a 4 by 4 square. Now we're going to do the exact same on this side. So in between the 2 coal, we place 2 black wool, and in between the 2 reds, we place 2 red wool for each one. It gives us a 4 by 4 square. And this middle section, which theoretically should be an 8 by 2, so 8 wide and 2 thick, we're simply just going to place black wool because it doesn't matter, it's going to be covered up, but just to give it a complete effect, we're going to fill in with black wool. With that said, that is the body of the statue complete, and we're now going to do our little in-depth spin around. So, what do I mean by an in-depth spin around, you may ask? And that is simple. Essentially, what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in to a specific part of the statue. For example, this is the front of the legs. I'm going to list off the dimensions of the front of the legs. It is 12 tall, 8 wide. I'm going to say you have an opportunity right now to pause if you want to. However, I'm not going to say that every time because that will drive me mental, it will drive you mental, it will drive the whole world mental. Probably not, but I don't want to risk it. So, essentially, I'll give you like a few seconds for each one. Pause the video with that great pause button. Great invention, and then unpause when you're ready to go, and it saves me having to wait here like 10 minutes for you to be ready. So, as I said, this is the front of the legs, 12 tall, 8 wide. This is the front of the body, 12 tall, 8 wide, and the front of each arm, 12 tall, 4 wide. Coming around to the left side, we have the left side of the leg, 12 by 4. The left side of the arm, 12 by 4. The right side of the leg, 12 by 4. And the right side of the arm, 12 by 4. Coming around to the rear side, we have the rear side of the legs, 12 by 8. The rear side of the body, 12 by 8. And the rear side of each arm, 12 by 4. The final side, which is of course the shoulders, is 16 wide and 4 thick. And that's what it looks like. And with that said, we are now ready to move on to the head. So the head, again, like conventional heads on our Minecraft skin statues, is 8 by 8 by 8, so it's a cube. However, we are going to be adding some 3D effects onto the front side in the form of hair. So that is something to consider, but again, it's something we'll discuss later on in the video. So for now, we're going to come to the front side and to the top left corner. We're going to count 5 to the right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and on this black wall here, we're going to place a black wall and bring it 2 forwards. We're now going to do the exact same on the right side, so we head over to the right side, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and on this black wall, which should be the 5th block, we're going to place a black wall and bring it 2 forwards. Now in between this, there should be a 6 block gap. We're going to fill this in using 2 rows of 6 white stained clay. So as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that will give you an 8 by 2 overhang, as you can see right here. Next, what we're going to do is get our black wall, and we're going to come around to the side of the head, and we're going to expand it 5 blocks backwards, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that will expand 2 blocks over the rear side of the head, and then we're going to join these together by placing 6 black wool in between, and that will give you an 8 by 2 overhang of black wool, as you can see here, but most importantly, that will give you an 8 by 8 square, which is the template for the head. So as you can see here, this is front side, left side, right side, rear side, and of course the top side will be on top, but we're going to start working on the front side, aka the face. So, again, the face is 8 tall, 8 wide. The first layer, as you can see here, is 1 black wool, 6 white stained clay, and 1 black wool. The second layer is 1 black wool, 6 white wool, and 1 black wool. So again, the white kind of represents like the mask she has over her face. The next layer is 1 black wool. This is where we need our snow and our black stained clay. So we're then going to place 1 snow, 1 black stained clay, 2 white wool. Let me get this back on my hotbar. 2 white wool, 1 black stained clay, 1 snow, and 1 black wool. Now you may be asking, why have you chosen to use black stained clay? Again, it's kind of because she has black eyes, but I don't want it to be too similar to the hair and the eyebrows, which is of course coal and black wool. So I've decided to use black stained clay. It kind of has a bit of a brown vibe to it, but it looks nice and it stands out. Also, you may be asking, why using snow? Why is snow a building material you are using? Now, again, that is simple because I don't want it to blend with the white wool. Now, snow has a bit of like a bluish texture to it, and it has a bit of texture on it which makes it stand out. Alternative to this you could use is quartz. Again, you can decide. Personally, I think quartz is a bit too white and it blends just a tad too much. You could, I guess, use the quartz with the more defined, chiseled one, or the pillared one, that's the one. But again, it's like whether you want it to stand out that much. Personally, I think snow in this occasion just works better. So the next layer, which is the 4th layer, is 1 black wool, 2 coal, 2 red wool, 2 coal, 1 black wool. And then the next 4 layers is simply 8 black wool. Now there are going to be a few blocks we're going to punch out later on, but for now, that should be an 8 by 8 square, as you can see right here, and that is of course our head. So again, that consists of 4 layers of face essentially, and 4 layers of hair. Now I'm going to start adding some 3D effects. So the 3D effects are going to be our black wool and coal, and again this is going to be for her hair. So we come to the bottom left corner. We go up 1, we place 1 black wool, we go to the right 1. That is the first layer. The second layer, in fact, the first layer is 1, then we go up diagonal, so the second layer is 2 black wool. That was my mistake. So first layer is 1 black wool, second layer is 2 black wool, and then the third layer is 1 coal, 1 black wool, 1 coal. So as you can see, we're kind of making like a little fringe. Again, there's a 1 block gap at the bottom side. It goes 1, 2, 3. The next layer is 8. So that's 1 coal, 2 black wool, 1 coal, 3 black wool, and 1 coal. Now underneath this coal, we're going to go down 2 using black wool, and that's the right side. As you can see here, it connects up from side to side. Now we've just got the middle part. So the next layer on top of this one, again, all 3D, is 1 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool, 2 coal, black wool, coal, black wool. The next layer is leave a 1 block gap, black wool, coal, 2 black wool, 1 coal, black wool, and then a 1 block gap. And then the final layer is a 2 block gap, 1 black wool, 2 coal, and 1 black wool. And it looks like this. As you can see, it gives like a nice little 3D fringe effect and kind of covers over the face with the fringe, which is what we were looking for. So, as you can see, again, there's a 1 block gap on the left side, 2 block gap on the right side, and then there's 3 blocks on either side, top left corner, and then 1 below and 1 to right, and on this side, top right corner, 1 to left, and 1 below as a gap. So, again, if you want to pause, that is the front side of the face complete, and we're now going to go around to the left side of the head, and then start working on that. So, the side of the heads is 8x8. Again, this fringe effect isn't included in that. So when I build at the side, don't include this row here. That's like completely separate, don't include it. So we're going to start off on the first row because there's a few blocks we need to replace. So in the bottom left corner, we're going to punch out the first 4 blocks, leave a 1 block gap and then punch out 2 and replace all those gaps with coal. So that should be 6 blocks of coal in total. The second layer is 1 black wool, 2 coal, 2 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool. The third layer is 1 black wool, 2 coal, 1 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool, coal, and then punch out this block here and replace with coal. That is the third layer. Again, do not incorporate this when I say it's an 8x8. The next layer is 1 coal, 2 black wool, 1 coal, 2 black wool, 1 coal. The next layer, which is the 5th layer, is 1 coal, 2 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool. The next layer, which is the 6th layer, is 1 black wool, 1 coal, 2 black wool, 2 coal, 1 black wool, and then we're going to punch out this block here, so up diagonal from this coal here, we're going to punch it out and replace it with coal. Final 2 layers, the second to last layer is 2 black wool, 1 coal, 2 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool. And the last but not least layer, the 8th layer, is 2 coal, 1 black wool, 2 coal, 1 black wool, and then coal, and then punch out this top left corner one here on the front of the head and replace it with coal. As you can see, from this block right up here to this one down here is an 8x8 square. Again, do not incorporate this. Let's just cover it up and pretend it's not that. Do not build the yellow. I'm going to cry if someone builds the yellow. But from here to here is an 8x8 square, and that is the left side of the head. Once you remove this, you can see that the fringe kind of incorporates into it a bit, but that is a 3D effect, so we're not going to worry about it. So, left side of the head complete. We're now going to go around to the right side and start working on that. So, coming around to the right side, again, we're going to start off, coming to the 2nd, 3rd, and then 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th block, and replace with coal. Again, that's 6 blocks in total. That is the first thing we need to do. So, the second layer is 1 black wool, 1 coal, 2 black wool, 2 coal, 1 black wool. The next layer is, we're going to punch out this black wool here, place 2 coal, 1 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool, 2 coal, and 1 black wool. So that's the 3rd layer. The 4th layer is 1 coal, 2 black wool, 1 coal, 2 black wool, 1 coal. The next layer is 1 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool, 1 coal, 2 black wool, and 1 coal. The next layer, we're going to start off by punching out this black wool here and replacing with coal. We're then going to place 1 black wool, 2 coal, 2 black wool, coal, and a black wool. The 7th layer is 1 black wool, 1 coal, 2 black wool, 1 coal, and 2 black wool. And the last but not least layer, we're going to punch out the first one, replace with 2 coal, 1 black wool, 2 coal, 1 black wool, and 2 blocks of coal. And again, that is an 8x8 square. Ignore this part here. From this part to this part is 8x8, and that is the right side of the head complete. And if you come to the side angle, you'll see that it looks like this. So the final side, I guess, well, second final side, because we still got to do the top, is the rear of the head. So the rear of the head currently is a U shape. The first layer, we're going to start off by punching out the 2nd and 7th block and replacing with coal. And then the remaining 7 rows, we're only going to be placing 6 blocks in each row because 6 plus 2 equals 8. Again, great maths by me. So, second layer is 1 coal, 1 black wool, 2 coal, 1 black wool, 1 coal. The third layer is 1 black wool, 1 coal, 2 black wool, 1 coal, and 1 black wool. The next layer is 6 black wool. Then we have 1 black wool, 1 coal, 2 black wool, 1 coal, and 1 black wool. The next layer is 1 coal, 1 black wool, 2 coal, 1 black wool, and 1 coal. The 7th layer is 2 coal, 2 black wool, and 2 coal. And the 8th and final layer is 2 black wool, 1 coal, and 3 black wool. And again, that is an 8x8 square, and it looks like this. So that brings us to the final side of the head, the top side. What we're going to start off by doing is coming to the front part and to this 2 coal here. On the left side, we're going to go up 1 and replace that black wool with coal. Essentially, what we're going to be doing is adding all the coal detail and then filling in the remaining gaps after with black wool. So we're going to start in the top left corner. So we come to this coal here. We have 2. We're going to go down diagonal, and it should connect up diagonally to this 2 here. From here, we're going to go up diagonal to the side and forwards 1. From here, we go down diagonal to the left and to the right. From the left side, we go down 1 and to the right 1, 2, 3 times. And it'll give you a shape that looks like this. Underneath the second block, we're going to go down 1. From here, we're going to go down diagonal to the left and to the left 1. And we're also going to go down diagonal to right and to the right 1. Again, I keep on going up just so you can see. From this right part here, we're going to go diagonal, and it will link up to these 2 parts here. And the final block we're going to place, we go to the top right corner, to this block right here. So not the top right corner, but 3 blocks to the left. And we're going to go down diagonal to right. And all the remaining blocks is black wool. So we go ahead and fill it all in, all the gaps, using black wool. And that will be the top of the head complete. And I just punched out one of the coals. Don't do that. That's not a good thing to do. So that is the top of the head. Again, if you want to pause, I understand, because it is a bit of a mess and a bit of a eyesore to try and figure out. Theoretically, that is the statue complete. But I knew you guys would absolutely murder me if I didn't add her sword, her katana, I guess you could say, her samurai sword. Makes more sense because she's called Katana. And it's going to be in her right hand. Again, you can put it in her left if you want. And I wasn't 100% sure with the design, but I think it's the best I could really get it, making it look sharp like a sword, of course. But again, not like square. So we're going to come to the right hand, to the front side, and from the left side, we're going to leave 1 block gap, and we're going to place a cyan stained clay. So on the second block from left on the hand, aka the third block from right, we're going to place a cyan stained clay. It's a 3D effect. We're going to go up 1 and down 1, so we have 3 cyan. Okay, so from the second block, on the lower half of the block, we're going to bring it forwards 13 blocks using stone slabs. So on the lower half, we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So as you can see, it's 13 long. The second layer, which is the upper half of this second block, is 11. So we just build all the way across, -2. And then the final layer, which is the lower half of the third block, we're going to place 9. So again, it's 2 shorter. And it gives you kind of like this serrated look. If you can do better, please, 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 I do urge you to. Because again, it's something I struggled with this sword. It's not something I usually do. I don't really normally do props. But I thought I'd add it because I guess you guys would murder me if I didn't. It's like part of the character. So, as you can see, that's what it looks like. And we're not going to stop there. We're going to come around to the rear side of the left arm. Or in fact, no, this is the right arm. I can't tell my left and right. And we come to the bottom left corner. We're going to leave 2 blocks gap. And on the third block, we're going to place a coal, a cyan, and then a black wool. And that's going to be the handle, I guess, that she's gripping to hold the sword. You could theoretically make it a bit shorter, but again, I guess katanas, they have long handles, and yeah, they have a bit more of a curve to it. So what you could theoretically do is make it then curve up at the end, but again, that's something you can play around with. I wasn't 100% happy with the way it looked if you did that, because then it looks like blunt at the end, so I just left it that it like curves downwards rather than back up again. So that is your statue complete. Again, the lower half. So we got the sword, which is 3 tall, the second block on the lower half is 13, the next one's 11, and then 9. And for the head, again, it's 8x8x8. I'm going to do a little spin around whilst we talk about cool things that are coming up on the channel, and also why this video was actually uploaded 2 days earlier than it should have been. So I know I promised you guys that I'd be doing Katana and Deadshot on the Saturdays, this Saturday coming up, and the next Saturday. Honestly, I forgot the Suicide Squad was coming out like today, so that's why I pushed this one forwards. But also, I've got some really cool videos coming in the next week, which I think you guys are going to like, based around Pokemon Go. I know it's been a bit controversial recently because of the updates, but it's still a really cool game, and I'm really hoping that some of you guys are still interested in the 3 characters we're going to be doing. So stay tuned for that. You probably can guess who we're doing, but it's going to be a pretty cool design. Again, it was by Russell. He's been helping me out a lot. So stay tuned for that, but apart from that, I do hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, definitely consider leaving a like. Support is really appreciated recently, especially, like, support levels have been going down a ton, and hate levels have been going up a ton, and it's not really been affecting me that much, but it's been, like, I guess, annoying. It's not, like, made me lose sleep, but it's just, like, demotivating, I guess. So if you could leave a like and support the channel, subscribe if you haven't, that'd be great. Also, leave a nice comment, leave some constructive criticism, either is great. Apart from that, check out my second channel, just rebranded it, Gummy Extra, new logo, again by Russell, huge thanks to him. I'm going to be doing some IRL content on there, as well as Frosted Network, where I do a plushie tutorial every single Tuesday. But apart from that, until next time, thank you very much for watching. My name has been Tom Gummy, and goodbye. Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through?